Hello. The first knife I ever made is not this one, but it used a similar construction. It's a split piece of wood, clamshelled, around an old straight razor that has been reground into a blade. And this is a kind of a whittling and craft knife. So I figured I would make another. Haven't made one of these in a while. Kind of got the urge. So this is a piece of lilac, and it has this lovely color in the middle there. It's just kind of looks brown looking through the screen, but it's got a bit of a purple kind of tinge to it. So if I split this down the middle and then flip the sides around, we'll have a white with a stripe down the middle. So that's what I'm going for, meaning that I'm trying to get this completely flat here and get past the remainder of this bark. So I'm going to keep working down this way, working in a little this way, probably more down than in, and then I will split it in half with the saw. And I got a load of straight razors kicking around. When I picked up a box, this is one of the first ones I picked up, and as I was playing with it like this, you see that? So that's got to go. Looks like some good steel, huh? The old Solingen steel. I'll use that for some scraping. So, kind of unfortunate in a way, but that's the way it's got to go. I can still try and conserve as much of this etching as possible. So, if we take this as a comparison, well, it would be a longer and more slender blade than this one. But, every shape and size has its function. So that's not a problem. And so yeah, if I grind more on this big shoulder here, try and flatten that out as much as possible before I start touching here, and then on this side I can just try and grind the whole thing pretty flat as well. And I can also try to grind in more this way to establish my distal taper. That'll mean that the tang is off, but because the tang isn't that long, you could still, let's say, what was I saying? Move it in that way, right? So, see, and the tang will still fit within the handle. So the way I flatten is I start by eye, but once it's starting to look pretty flat, I try and hollow out in the middle without touching the sides. Okay, so that is where I need to hit it harder. You know, I'll just go and get this knife, go in there, and a little bit around it. And so forth. Eventually, you know, there will be, you put this pencil on and sand it and it'll all go because it's totally flat. And then I would hollow it out just a little bit anyway, you know, then it's flat, or it's guaranteed to be flat all around the edges. If you want to get this flat and you just do this, you're always going to be rocking a little bit and it'll never get totally flat. But if you then hollow it out and then very carefully, you'll end up with complete flats all the way around the outside and a little well here for, you know, I'm going to hollow some of that out anyway for the tang and then fill the rest with epoxy. So that's how that works. And of course, you know, there'll be many ways to skin this cat. But if I do this whittling by hand, I can just, you know, I'm thinking the whole time about the future. Where am I going to split it? You know, so for example, here I've got more of this white area, the salt, than here. So, you know, I'm kind of measuring it out. Now, in the end, maybe there will be more on this side than on that side. But then when I split it, you know, it's all about taking out this pith. I got to take that out. So when I split it, I'll go a little to that side of that pith, so that then when I finish this down, we'll still get that much, the most amount of thickness possible. Now, if in the end it ends up too slender, instead of joining like a clamshell, I could put a liner in the middle there. That'd look pretty good. I don't know about that yet. Wait and see. Thanks for watching.